Marriage is one of the most important decisions that you will ever make. The church has always warned us about the dangers of marrying someone who doesn't share our faith. And it's not about being unkind or judgmental. It's about protecting your soul, your marriage, and your future children. Setting yourself up for the best possible outcome. You don't want your marriage, or even a boyfriend or girlfriend, to become an obstacle to heaven, because no one is worth going to hell over. The Catholic Church teaches that a shared faith is the firmest foundation for marriage. Canon Law 1124 warns against marrying a baptized non-Catholic without explicit permission, and throughout history, the Church often forbade these marriages outright unless there was a grave reason, and even then, the Catholic spouse had to promise to raise all children in the Catholic faith. These days, many people lie to the Church just to get what they want. Why such seriousness? Because unity of faith is no small matter. It's the very heartbeat of the marriage. Without it, prayer life, sacramental life, and moral formation will be divided. And the trials of marriage, which are inevitable, will become heavier when you don't share the same spiritual compass. The ultimate goal of Catholic marriage, outside of procreation and raising children for God, is to help each other get to heaven. That's the mission. But how can you truly be united in that mission if you don't share the same values, the same beliefs, and the same understanding of God's plan? You won't have the same understanding of the sacraments or the moral teachings of the Church. You're more likely to have disagreements over how to raise your children, especially on issues like Mass attendance, confession, modesty, morality, and education. The spiritual unity that sustains a Catholic marriage will be fractured from the beginning. You risk drifting into compromise, watering down your own faith to keep the peace. And the spiritual risk isn't just theoretical. St. Paul warns us, "Be not unequally yoked with unbelievers." Many Catholics that have come before you have thought, "Our marriage will be different." Or worse, they've abandoned their faith to keep a significant other around, at the cost of jeopardizing their soul. All too often, they realize later what a devastating mistake they made, compromising for a person over God. The reality is that God knows exactly what we need. Marriage is not a casual or fly-by-night decision. It's a vocation, and fulfilling that vocation faithfully is one of the primary ways we are meant to get to heaven. You want to be partnered with the right person, the one who is best suited to help you achieve that eternal goal alongside you, not as a combatant for the mission God gave you. Catholics need to be especially cautious in dating. The excitement of someone being interested in you, especially if you've been waiting for love, can cloud your judgment. That emotional high can lead to lowering your moral guard, sometimes even falling into sins you would have otherwise avoided. It's not uncommon for someone to think, "This is my best chance at love," and push aside red flags about faith differences, but emotional attachment can quickly become spiritual danger. Remember what Jesus said in Matthew 18, verse 6. "But he that shall scandalize one of these little ones, it were better for him that a millstone should be hanged about his neck and that he should be drowned in the depth of the sea." That's how seriously God views those who lead others, especially children, away from him. When you marry someone who doesn't live your faith, it's not just your own soul at risk, it's the souls of your future children. Before any proposal, attend Mass together regularly and pray the Rosary often. Go deeper in your faith. If they refuse to learn and go deeper with you in the faith, or pressure you to engage in sinful activities, you have your answer for continuing the relationship. If they propose and have no plans or have made no effort to convert, don't accept the proposal. Make sure they're not only attending Mass, but believe and practice the faith. Only move forward once they have fully embraced the Catholic faith. If they refuse, as hard as it may be, it's in your best interest and the best interest of your children to walk away. A shared faith is the bedrock for a holy, united, and lasting marriage. Without it, your foundation will always be shaky. Marriage is for life, and eternity is forever. Choose a spouse who will lead you closer to Christ, not pull you away from Him. The trials of marriage are heavy enough without carrying a spiritual divide. The whole point is to help each other get to heaven, and if you can't be united in that mission, you're building on sand. So date carefully, discern prayerfully, and remember, no one is worth the loss of your soul.